Alright, let's see. Theoretically, I should be up. Alright. Oh, there we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I decided that I wanted to stream today. I know I've been kind of inactive, haven't been doing much. I promise you guys, I've been on the grind. It's just the grind is... It's a lot. There is a lot of grinding to do. I'm currently working on trying to still get D-Rex, as you can tell right here. And I just figured I'll stream while I'm grinding, and we'll talk about the game, the event, what you guys think, and also some suggestions. Because Chicken recently, if you're in my Discord and you're active in my Discord, Chicken recently asked for suggestions for the game, and I threw some in there, and they got added. One of them was supposed to be that Aquatics didn't get glass beams as quests, which is supposed to be in the game right now, but apparently I don't think it's working properly because I've gotten glass beam quests as Aquatics multiple times recently. So, but as it currently stands, hopefully we'll get more quests in general. I set something up in my Discord for QOL changes and DS suggestions, where I wanted people to have the ability to suggest stuff so that the dev team can actually see it, and so that I can see it and so that I can make a video about it. So if anyone has any ideas, I would love to hear them. In the meantime, I'm just going to be kind of grinding out still, for the most part, and you guys are welcome to join me in this grind. You're a bit late to the update, bro. I'm not late to the update. I didn't stream the update because I didn't have time to. This isn't about the update. This stream isn't about the update. This is plain and simply just a grinding stream. This has nothing to do with the update. So don't worry. I was there on the day when Chicken was messing around with all like the quests and stuff like that, where the lay egg quest. I don't know if you're in the Unhatched Games Discord, but sometimes Chicken streams in there, and I was in there with him, and we were talking about quality of life changes that he was asking for from the community. And you know, if I can get enough people in here, maybe we can do like a pseudo meta mysteries episode where we can test out some of the skills, because I've heard the ranges are kind of crazy on a lot of things. I don't have D-Rex as it currently stands, although I know how insane D-Rex actually is. D-Rex is ridiculously good. And I'm working on getting it. That's why I haven't posted anything. It's because I'm trying to get every skin. But I don't have enough DNA. As you can clearly see, I only have 100k DNA, and that's from me farming. You have 1,000 amber? Dang. I do not. I have not a lot. I do have a lot of, like, the skins, though, so if some people need some, after I'm finished grinding and I have everything, I'll try and get, like, extras of things that people want, because right now, I think I have an extra Moza DNA, so if I can get an extra, like, Movie Moza or Chaos Moza, I could toss that around. But yeah, make sure to join the Discord with your suggestions. Let's see, what were some of the suggestions? I brought up the possibility of a friend boost. So, like, let's say you're playing DS and you invite one of your friends through, like, the invite feature, you know, in this where you... I don't know, where even is the invite feature? I forget where it's at. Where you can invite people. Oh, yeah, invite connections. You use this, and then it adds, like... It adds, like, a growth boost or a DNA boost, and Chicken was talking about it, so... What if we had realistic stats? Like, are you asking about, like, 500 damage, Are you asking about, like, 500 damage Rex like we used to have back in 2018? Because those stats were horrible. Actually awful. Those stats were terrible. And we've had realistic stats in the past. I play DS2. Do you have DNA so I can afford Jelio? I really want a hybrid. Well, right now, DNA is like actually pretty cheap, like surprisingly. Like if you go into trading, like people are like offering like 1,000,000 DNA for hybrids. So if you have like the other hybrids, or you could possibly, what you could possibly do is trade sDNA for DNA. So like if you have any glass skins and convert them to DNA. Or should 755 be maximum damage for T-Rex? 750. Do you 700 damage for Rex? Do you what? Okay, let me. So 755 damage for Rex, right? That's 755 damage for the mouse attack, right? And then on top of that, AOE 750. That's 1.4k damage in 1 second, one instance. Just 2 buttons. Look, literally, because all you gotta do is that you click and you AOE at the same time. That is 1.4k damage. You think that Rex should do 1.4k damage? That's like way too much. I don't have any Robux and no one gives me DNA. I only have Glass Karka. Well, right now I'm doing the best farming method for DNA. The best farming method for DNA is doing these doing the missions on the side. Oh, I need to get into the ocean wilds. Doing these missions on the side, you get 3k DNA per 10 minutes, right? And then you do all the aquatics, because the aquatics shouldn't have glass beams. I think that the change hasn't come through fully yet, but aquatics shouldn't have glass beams. But this will give you 3.5k or 3k. Oh, I can't do those because my dinos dies. Do it in a roleplay server. You don't have to do it in public like this. A roleplay server, you can't take damage from other players. So you can just go around. You only have 2k DNA? Yeah, man. Dude, go. Do you know how to get to a roleplay server? That's a better question. Do you know how to get to a roleplay server? Roleplay servers are like, those will make your life so much easier. Okay, here. I'll show you. Let me menu real quick. I'll show you. It's really simple to get to a roleplay server. It's really simple. And no one will fight you in roleplay servers because they can't. They can't bite you. Literally, you click maps. You click default map. You click off this, so this doesn't have anything where it says roleplay servers. Roleplay servers, you don't take damage from other players. Like, they can't hurt you. And you can go into any of these servers. Like, I'll go into this one. 16, or, let's go this one. No, that didn't work. Okay. Hold on. Gotta redo my Roblox. It broke. Don't worry, I'll turn the screen back on in a second. Alright, there we go. But yeah. Default map, turn off standard server, and then you go roleplay server. And roleplay servers, we'll go into that one just because it's most players. What's your favorite movie skin? Mine's Movie Giga. Movie Giga is pretty good. But yeah, once you're in here, like, look, I will go and I'll find somebody and I will attack them. Like, let me go to Evanitis. Let me play Evanitis, because Evanitis is my favorite dinosaur in the game. For anyone who is not currently already like a subscriber of mine who doesn't already know that, Evanitis is my favorite. I'm gonna go find, let's see this Argent right here, and I'm just gonna attack him. And since I'm in a roleplay server, it's not gonna do any damage to him whatsoever, and I can still do I can still get my damage quest done. See, look at that, damage quest getting done. I can lay an egg. Boom. And now all I gotta do is sit in the region bonus. And I can play as my favorite playable. In here. And all these people are gonna be FK. No one's gonna bother me. So, can you help me? My UI isn't showing up. UI control dinosaur works, but I don't see it in the packs. Okay, so literally just press U. Like the letter U on your keyboard. That's how you hide your UI, like this. You just press U. The letter U. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Okay. Your favorite hybrid is Alamedes. Alamedes was definitely like a runner-up whenever it was first initially like shown. But, you know, Evanitis will never be dethroned for me. I just love Evanitis too much. Where is the region bonus? Oh, it's in Tallgrass Wilds. Real, I need this to be spend 10 minutes in like X region, or pick from like 3 regions or something. Because one region is just, it's so boring. Regions are so small. Like I can't just, I don't want to just sit here. I want there to be 2 regions for land and 2 regions for water. Because this region only extends this area right here. This is the extent of the area. All these Argents are in the region bonus. That's the extent of it. And then like all this over here, that's jungle. All this over here, that's lower land jungle. Like, we need more space. I see a blood coil. Yes, blood coil. Yep. I have blood coil. I have all these Argent skins, actually. And that barrow skin. I don't know what that barrow's doing. That's really weird. Why are you doing that? Triceratops does 4.5 bleed damage. Should 4.5? Evanicus does 4. That's a lot of damage. You see, okay, so the reason why, let me explain this. The reason why we don't have realistic stats is because we've had them before. If you're a new player that wasn't playing during like 2019, 2020-ish, at one point there was realistic stats, and you can probably go back on some older content creators than me, because I wasn't making content on the game back then. And you can see whenever there was like 500 damage on Rex, like 1,000 damage on sauropods, and it was a nightmare to play. An absolute nightmare. Because the thing is, this game is full of like weird glitches that you can do in combat. So let me show you an example. So let's take this Guanalong, right? And let's grab it. If I can. I don't know if grabbing's still a thing. I guess it might not be. But when grabbing was a thing, there's this thing called egg glitching where you could do, where you would jump backwards with like a body, and it would fling you backwards. And so what people used to do is they used to take Frosted Rex with an egg in its mouth, and they used to jump like super fast backwards and AoE and bite you. And whenever there was 500 damage Rex, you'd get 2-shot by a pack of 2 Rexes as a fully grown Megavore and just die. There was nothing you could do. So the reason why we have these stats is so that there's actual like combat. You're actually fighting. Like, wars are actually entertaining. It's more than just a whoever gets bit first wins. So, but I get what you mean, why you want those stats. But let me remind you that if you own a private server, you can change the stats to whatever you want. And then you could host, realistic stats in your private server for a small community if you wanted to. Like in my private server, Evanicus has its old stats, where it's 1710 health, 288 damage, stuff like that. The Triceratops should be 530 damage. Hey, if you believe that, you believe that. I'm going to disagree with you, because I think these stats work a lot better. But more power to you. Like I said, go into your private server and change the stats in there, and then see if you can gather like a small community of people to play with you. I'm sure there are people out there who would love to play that with you. You should do a vid of you growing random dinosaurs like Movie Giga. Maybe. I don't know. The thing about those growing videos is it's hard, because those kind of videos, like, they play kind of dumb, right? When they're growing. If that makes sense. I'm not insulting them. They're doing it for content reasons. But if you're like actively trying to grow something, you stay away from people. You stay as far away from people as humanly possible, and you just stay in like the corner of the map doing nothing. That's how you grow correctly. That's the safest and smartest way, or to do it in a private server or a roleplay server. But those videos are entertaining, but I don't know if I could I don't know if I could do that and like just be entertaining. I had Movie Giga. I traded it for a Movie Theory, which I know is lost in value, but I have Movie Giga DNA. So I'm gonna get my Movie Giga back. Trike defense should be 40. That's interesting. I think it's at 30 right now, so it's not that bad. You have a very interesting idea of stats. You seem to be you're probably one of those people who likes you would probably like something like Prior Extinction, where like apexes and stuff like that just do so much damage. And like it's just like if you're not playing as the biggest creature, you're just losing. I'm hoping that I can possibly get some like extra movie skins. If I can get some extra D-Rexes from this event and like Mutodons and stuff like that, I think I have an extra Indomitable so DNA. How about Argentinosaurus points should be 6924? I mean, that's not crazy. At one point, Barosaurus was 10,000, so that's really not that far from what it was at one point. There was a time when Baro had 10,000 health, so... Oh, I need a lot of DNA. I really want movie Spinosaurus, but I don't have Spinosaurus. He looks so cool. 995, dude. Oh my god. That's like a... That's... See, my only thing with that, Aaron, or I don't know if I'm saying Arona. Sorry if I mispronounced that. My only thing with that is there's a big problem in a lot of dinosaur games that makes sauropods just so boring to play. It's when they're so unbelievably powerful that you just can't fight them. You just can't fight them. And so DS actually has struggled with that problem a lot less than all other dinosaur games that I've ever played, like Path of Titans, The Isle, Prior Extinction, all those other games with sauropods. DS really doesn't struggle in that way. Sauropods are sometimes fun to play as. So, did y'all see the D-Rex getting nerfed? Good. D-Rex needs a nerf, dude. D-Rex is, like, oppressive from what I've heard. What do you think will get me Spinosaurus? I don't know. I'd actually have to check its price. Let me look in my Discord. Mind you guys, join the Dino Inc. Discord because there's actually a lot of useful resources I have in there for you guys. There is a trading bot in my Discord that has updated prices for stuff. You can do /price in the bots channel and type in the name of something, and it'll give you a price, and that will help you. Now, it's not like a set in stone kind of price, but it's a it's so that you can like actually, here, I can actually show you guys. Let me pull up my Discord. So I'm gonna do this right now. So we're in my Discord, right? If I do /price, I go item, and we'll go Spinosaurus. Wait, that's too many. Spinosaurus. Boom, Spinosaurus. Enter. Value of 52. 52. So let me do a comparison. Price. Albino terror. Theoretically should come up with something. So it is half of an albino terror in price. Allegedly. And this bot is not a, like a one all be all done, right? This is not like this is exactly price. This is an idea of what the price would be. So, and they have an SDNA value on it. That's very interesting. Oh, well, that's SDNA for selling, I guess. That's the selling SDNA. But yeah, so join my Discord and use this kind of stuff to help you. Right? This is like it's a price list, but it's not, don't use it as like prices. This is like a guidance of prices. Get the price so you have an understanding of where its value is at, and then work your way around it, because prices are different per player. Everyone does prices differently. So don't expect everyone to have the same. After this update, they should make the map really big. This map is cool and all, but after a while, there's not much to explore. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a map change, although this is a great map. This is like, some people don't know, but if you played in 2018, this map is essentially like a love letter to the 2018 map. It's very similar. It's like a more updated version of it. But I wouldn't mind, like, having a different map. Like I said, I feel like maybe like a monthly rotation of maps, or even every like 3 months or something like that, where we rotate between multiple different maps would be kind of nice, since we're done with like big events. What I will say is we need to keep these trees. These trees need to stay, right? Our old trees were terrible, and these trees need to stay. I don't want other trees. I don't want our old trees back. These trees are great, and the old trees are terrible. How much is movie Spinosaurus? Let me do that. Price. Movie Spino. I mean, there's a way to get movie Spinosaurus. Ooh, wow. That's surprising. Movie Spinosaurus only has a value of 5, which that's really low. Surprisingly. That actually shocks me. I'm actually surprised by that. Yeah, apparently it's like worth nothing. I mean, granted, like they're like the way to get movie spawn forest is like it's been told like complete like all you gotta do. Hold on, let me actually open the UG Discord and I'll tell you what you have to do. I know it's posted in there. So what you have to do with movie spawn to get movie spawn forest is requirement is to travel 45,000 studs on foot as any playable creature resets whenever you die or menu. Upon reaching the distance, the player loses 10% of the current health. A message will appear. You have seemed to trip on something. Player will receive unstable spawn of forest DNA. Trying to incubate DNA on its own will say the DNA sequence is missing critical segments. Must add at least one Compsognathus DNA in one of the white slots because of randomness. And it can be done with any playable land, air, or sky. You can do this mission only once. Public servers are recommended since there are no records of it getting in privates. You can walk, run, fly, or swim. You can use X times meters as a guide. And so it takes about 30 minutes to get. So it's like the method of getting it is like been told. Yeah, just fly around for like a long time. That's why movie spawn of forest is cheap, is because it's like it's not hard to get. Like the method's already been told. I'm gonna grab that food over there. Is that a player? No, that's an AI. Pretty sure it's like 2 to 4 laps around the map. Yeah, I'll probably end up doing it with Evanicus. Right now, I don't really care to do it, just because. I'll do it before the event's over, though. I didn't realize all the way out here was the East Dock still. Dang. One thing I don't love about the water that moves is after a certain point, like, the water just disappears because it doesn't render it in for some reason. I'm sure that it's, like, a purposeful setting, but it sucks. Because then it looks bad. Because then I look at it and it's like, ooh. But if I were to turn it off, the water moving, then it would look better. But I like the water, like, moving up and down. I did mention a chicken to ask him if he could turn off the maximum or the I don't remember what it was called. I had a word for it. Let me check the QL changes that I made. Let's see, what was it? Oh yeah, flight limits. So flight limits. So whenever you fly down, like there's no limit to how fast you can go downwards, and then when you turn up, like it instantly slows you down. Which was like purposely done so that flyers weren't super overpowered. But I mean, in roleplay servers, it doesn't make a difference. I think. Moment of truth. Claim. Yes, I got Chaos Rex. Now I just need D-Rex. Oh god, this is gonna take forever. Dino Inc. You saw the lava arena said it doesn't do any damage. Yeah, well that lava arena's been around for a long time. That lava arena's like all the way like out here. I think it's over here somewhere. But it's been there for a long time. You got D-Rex on your 4th try, man. Lucky you. I was trying to see how much SDNA people would ask for D-Rex. I don't know what D-Rex's price is currently at though. Incubate. And let me show you this cool secret trick that I figured out with let me actually get to the 600 seconds. Hey, can you log into my account and get me some DNA no, that would be a bad idea. Never ever ever give your account out to even content creators. That's a horrible idea. And let me tell you guys this right now. I will never ask you for your account information. So if somebody does, they're impersonating me. So don't ever give your account out ever, because people will steal your account, and like people don't even care about their reputation sometimes. So don't ever give your account out. I got 3 D-Rexes in 7 tries, and traded them for 2.5 hybrids each, dude. I wouldn't go outside with if I were you, dude. You have used all of your luck within the past 7 years on that. Like, you're gonna like walk outside and like you're gonna fall and just die instantly. Don't like stay inside. You're in danger. Your luck has run out. Like that's scary. Okay, so here's the trick though. What you do is you take 3 flyers. I just choose flyers just because I'm not gonna use them, and you put them at each one of the terminals, at each of the labs, and just whenever you're incubating them, literally just spawn as it, and then click the incubating button, and then boom. Can you see my inventory? My inventory only has 1 of everything. So 1 of all, pretty much mostly everything in the game, I have 1 of, and that's it. I don't have multiples of anything. I keep 1 of everything just to keep, you know, for meta mysteries and stuff like that. You put in 8 Rexes and got nothing? Dang. Yeah, D-Rex is hard to get, man. But yeah, so I just did all 3 of those, and it instantly dropped it by about 20 minutes. So let me go to the next hybrid. Actually, I'll play as Mapu because it's you know, the Indomitable King. Hopefully, cross my fingers I don't have Glass Beam quest. No, I don't. Okay, cool. Okay, visit the jungle. Did I lay that egg? I think I did. That might be my baby. So we're gonna go ahead and run over here. It's the jungle region. It's a 3% chance of getting gear. I thought it was 5%. Yeah, it's 5%. It's a really low chance. Don't get me wrong. But, like, it's not impossible. It's just like, ugh. It's kind of a drag. I won't lie. I won't disagree with you guys in the community that it's kind of like, okay, dude. Like, seriously. It's kind of a drag to get it. But I understand why they did it. They don't want... Not everyone's going to have D-Rex. And that's fine. But, I mean, everyone can get, like, Indomitable King. Also, one thing about it is Indomitable King, I don't know why they did this, but they made the texture of the teeth, like glass or, like, something that reflects. I don't know why that is. Because it's a different texture than the claws for some reason. I don't know what's going on with the teeth. I don't know if it's, like, a recent change that they did on accident, but the teeth change color depending on the type of lighting you're in, which means that it's, like, a reflective texture on the teeth, which looks bad. Whenever you're running through the dark. D-Rex should be at least 15% because 50k each attempt is ridiculous. Yeah, I did say that it should be like, well, mind you, Jeebus, that at the beginning of the event, the discount thing wasn't a thing. That wasn't a thing in the very beginning. But Chicken added it later on. So we're actually doing better off. Do I have Malisaurus? I do have Malisaurus, yes. I have all of them. I have Indoraptor, I have Malisaurus, and I have Indomitable King. And I have, what's it called? The Evanica skin. The only one I'm missing right now is D-Rex. That's the only one I don't have. Low random player. They should at least make it to where if you put 5 Rexes in, you should be given a D-Rex. Okay. I don't know if you saw how many Rex DNAs I got, John, but I have like 20 Rex DNA. If Rex was a purple, maybe. But Rex isn't purple. Rex is a different color. I can't believe a naturally occurring predator is stronger than a hybrid. Is it bad they should give... What? AB is bad. They should give it 10 Did you give it laser eyes and 10 arms? Mind you, hybrids aren't meant to beat everything. Like, hybrids should not beat everything. Because then nobody's going to play as anything else besides the hybrids. It's balanced. There's a reason why they're able to be beaten. Oh, do you have some DNA so I can get movie skins? Hey man, look, do what I'm doing right now. I'm in a roleplay server, right, doing my missions. I have yet to die. Right? Nobody's gonna kill me, and I'm still getting 5k DNA. Or 3k DNA every 10 minutes. Right? It's completely possible to get. I can't tell you how many times that I've spent over hundreds of thousands of DNA at this point. Like, I've spent over I've spent probably like 500k DNA on this event. Mind you, farming. I farmed it. No, people cannot kill you in roleplays. Look, I will come attack this Giga. Look, I will bite this Giga and it will do nothing. Look. I'm not in a pack either, so look, I'm not in a pack. Look, I can bite this guy. Nothing. Nothing. It doesn't do anything. He can bite me back and it won't do anything. See? Nothing. You can't get killed. And I'll walk away and he's not gonna do it. He's gonna go back to his business because you can't hurt people in roleplay servers. That's the point of roleplay servers, is to roleplay. But people kind of just use it to farm. So might as well use it to farm. So yeah, go into a roleplay server, do the daily tracker, mission tracker, do this, and then boom. I practically did this whole event in unprepared and got all the skins I wanted around 3 weeks. Yeah, you still have until like the end of this month to get all the skins. You have time. Don't worry that much about it. Get what you want, and then just, if you can get everything else, get everything else. I've gotten everything in the event except for D-Rex, pretty much. They're like, I'm only missing D-Rex at the moment. And that's because I procrastinated getting D-Rex, because I didn't want to burn myself out. Even though I kind of did burn myself a little bit out, but because I started this event with what was like 40k DNA. If I can do it, you guys can too. Yeah, you guys still have plenty of time, so don't even worry about it. I feel very scared sitting this close to the shore. And they should make it to where you can be grabbed by as Indom as Movie Moza. That'd be funny. No, don't actually do that. That would suck. But I'm so happy that Indom is on Mapu. Honest to God, and I'm so glad I'm glad it's common and easy to get. Like, Indom should. I'm so glad that the development team decided to go with that. I was begging for it. I genuinely was begging that they did that. And I mean, Indom looks insane. Like, look at that. That's a good picture. I mean, minus the Z's, but look at the dude. Look at the Giga. That thing looks scary. I'll put that in my screenshots in my Discord server. Feel free to screenshot. Pick goes hard. Yet people are complaining that I kind of understand that 5% is absurd, but now 5k DNA is now 1k DNA back. No, dude. No, not even close, dude. You can get more than I would say, let's see. So every 10 minutes there's what is there? There's 6 10-minute periods in an hour, right? We'll say 5 just because. So 5 times 3 is 15. 15k is what 1k was back then. You can get 15k in the amount of time you can get 1.6k back in the day. Like, grinding DNA is significantly easier than it used to be. Like, way easier. Just simply doing the math. It's so much easier. They should have added Jurassic Park Terra instead of Domination. Yeah, that's fair. Dominion. That would have been nice. We're still waiting on Power Raptor. I want Power Raptor, but Power Raptor will be added before the event's over. So there's at least one more like quote unquote part, even if it's like a mini part to it, like there's still technically another part to this event. I don't think they're necessarily calling it another part, but there is another part to the event. So my thing is, you're good to go until Pyroraptor comes out. Well, after Pyroraptor comes out, that means the event's gonna end after that. And I think they said it was gonna end in August, anyways. Hey, can I add you so I can see Malu? I've never seen Malu before. Just join the whatchamacallit server, the roleplay server that I'm in. I'm in a public server. Y'all are more than welcome to join me in this public server. I'm not sitting in here alone. Like, you guys are more than welcome to join. I remember when 200k for AB was astronomically expensive. Yeah. Yeah, no. People who complain about Evanicus, like, if you refuse to farm for Evanicus, getting to 200k is a rite of passage, right? So if you can't get to 200k, you don't deserve to have Evanicus. That's what that 200k is. It's a rite of passage. Right. And it's significantly easier. I barrel farmed for AV. I barrel farmed for AV. Right? So I don't want to hear it from anybody talking about farming. I barrel farmed for it. Back then the max you got was 75 DNA per 3 minutes. Technically. Unless you did the day glitch. If you did the day glitch, you got more than that. Oh, you new gen DS played? No. It wasn't great back then, but it was still fun. I traded my Spinosaurus for movie trike. Bad choice? No. I used 650k DNA for Vanera. God. I need to like go into trading and figure out where prices are at for DNA. Oh, your base Final Forest? Ooh. Ooh. I don't know about that. April Fool's has come back around, hasn't it? What did I don't remember if Spawn of Frost comes back on sale. They come back on sale on April 1st. Oh, look, there's D-Rex. I need to get D-Rex. I don't have it yet. Yeah, that was Malu. I'm gonna play DS now. Yeah, play DS. Get in a roleplay server and farm out that DNA. No, it just had a remodel only, I believe. They should bring back Spinosaurus on April Fools. I don't know why. They should bring it back. There's no reason, because that's like a whole entire playable that is like locked behind for players. Look at that. There we go. And see, look at that. It took me 10 minutes to do that of just walking around and chatting with people. It took you 16 tries and 900. Oh my. You're gonna need like 1,000,000 DNA just to pay back for that kind of stuff. Jeez, man. Let me spawn as albino. Yeah, I'll spawn as. That's if this thing doesn't have a beam quest, because if it has a beam quest, I'm not doing it. Okay, there's not. Okay, my server should be like the biggest one. It should be like with 20 players or more in the roleplay server. I can't find your name on Roblox. Go through the roleplay servers. I can also switch roleplay servers if you guys want me to. If you guys want to just like grind out on all on a roleplay server together, I'm fine with that as well. You just gotta let me know. Yeah, this is Malu. Personally, I'm not a fan of Malu. I don't get the. I mean, I know it was the original concept for what Endo Irex was gonna be, but you know, I I don't care. Like, it's whatever. It's got Hothead's colors, or I guess Ultimasaurus colors. I guess they might have been trying to, like, bring back, like, the identity of Ultimasaurus with this thing, but I'm just like, this thing's kind of lame. At least in my eyes. I don't really care for it. Almost 1 million DNA for D-Regs. I find such a waste, even though probably did those tries before DNA trading, considering you can buy someone for half that price. How much DNA does it take to buy it off someone? Like 500k DNA? Yo, can you do a war? I've got a farm right now, and I'm not any good at wars anymore, Jake. I hate to break it to you, I'm not any good at wars. 500k? Ugh. I maybe like trade like 1,000 to 2,000 SDNA for it, honestly. I don't really want to spend all that DNA, all that time grinding out all that DNA for it. Last time I went to a war in DS was 2021. I've been in wars like not that long ago, but it's just like I'm not as good as I used to be. I used to tear it up in wars, dude. I used to be a menace. Like if I got in a war with you, you were gonna lose back in the day. I'm nowhere near that good anymore. I am a shell of my former DS self. But that's okay, because I'm more of an informational channel nowadays than I am a war channel. You can look back on my Evanicus versus Mammoth video, and you guys can see my that was like near the end of my prime. I used to tear it up. Can you trade SDNA? Can you not trade SDNA? I don't know if you can trade SDNA. I don't remember. I guess it makes sense to not be able to do it. It'd be nice if you could. I would trade glasses, honestly, but that's a lot of glasses. They should make trade SDNA. Although, people would probably figure out a way to exploit it, and then it would ruin the whole entire point of the system. So. Still got 24 minutes left on this guy. I remember I kind of tore into development on the first day of this event. Not on purpose, though. What's up, Johnny K12? Hothead Acro? That's crazy. This model's well made and well animated, but it's just like, ooh. Wait, what? That's the sleep animation? It's just this? That is an interesting sleep animation. Any news on the mini update? I mean, the only news would be that, like, we got new missions, like the travel 1,000 meters mission, the lay an egg mission, stuff like that. But mostly not. One thing that I've noticed is that the aquatics are still getting beam missions, despite the fact that that was supposed to be changed. Which I'm sure Chicken will either knows or already knows. Thoughts on being able to trade DNA? I'm cool with it. Like, it doesn't bother me. It genuinely makes trading like more accessible for new players, I feel like. But it really just depends on like what people are charging for stuff. People say that hybrids are like 1 million DNA, and that's like a lot until you remember that it takes like 21 hours, or I think it's 23 hours to get 400k DNA. So like it'll take you a while if you really want a hybrid, but there's actually like a specific way to go about it now. People will ask for 1 million DNA, and if you have 1 million DNA, you can get what you want. Yeah, yeah. See, that's what Chicken was talking about it the other day. He did something in coding where aquatics aren't supposed to get glass beam quests. So I'm sure it's a bug, and he's probably gonna fix it at some point. The mission. Oh, the place updated. Let me run. And you go to the next region. You think you should be able to trade SDNA? It would be nice, but my only worry is that it could be very exploitable, and then it would just ruin the entire point of the system of SDNA. Now, can you make you own private server? I have, yeah, I have a private server. I had one for ages. Moxley mission has it, but I can't complete them. You can't. What do you mean you can't complete them? Semi-aquatics are still gonna get glass beams. Chicken said that. Have you completed in... No. So I'm currently working towards getting D-Rex. I have yet to get D-Rex, because D-Rex is very hard to get. All the time is... Okay, so funny thing, Chicken talked about the SDNA wheel. He said one of two things might happen. One of two things, it'll become a shop, and it'll stay expensive, possibly. Or they'd make it cheaper. Like, there's two, like, options of, like, what it was going to do. So, the SDNA wheel might change at some point. So, he didn't really say, like, what exactly it's going to change to, but he said it was between those things that they were looking into the SDNA wheel. That's weird. In a remembrance in DA, what? They should add a arcade event. I mean, DA still is around. Like the missions is there as an example. If Black Friday works like it did last year, then I are ready since I have 21K SD. Hopefully it will. They'll bring the price down of the SDNA wheel, and that would be nice. Maybe with the Dinosaur Arcade thing. The problem with like a Dinosaur Arcade themed event is Dinosaur Arcade is significantly less popular than Dinosaur Simulator. Now if they bought some of the skins but made them look DS themed, I feel like it could work. Like I don't know if that makes sense. Like they brought some of the Dinosaur Arcade skins and just made them like DS models instead. Like some like the cosmic ones or whatever. Because me personally, I don't like the DA modeling style. That was one thing that swayed me away from the game, was that I just didn't like the modeling style. Which, you know, that's fine. But it's not bad. Like they're really well made models, but you know. A cool like Dinosaur Arcade event could be that they could bring the Headless Saurus boss from Dinosaur Arcade into DS. If that was possible. That would be cool though. They should add the card system from D. No, I don't. I disagree. And the reason why I say that, I understand why people want like more complexity to the PvP system. Totally understand that. But the way I see it is that it makes it harder for newer players to kind of get into it, right? It's like the card system makes it to where like you just you gotta grind out and you gotta like stack cards and stuff like that. Like there's such a specific way you gotta play the game with a card system like that. Like it just makes just like going in and playing from the start like totally different. Because one of the great things about DS is you can start as a Rex and grow it to Elder and like have a chance in a war with just a base Rex, and like that you can still have fun. But with like the card system, if there was a card system, like you'd be fighting against like a an albino terror with like like 2k HP or 22k or 2200 HP. Like it's like it just wouldn't work in my eyes, at least. We need more boss fights in DS. There have been talks about it. Boss fights are just a lot of work for Chicken to code. Yeah, the card system's interesting. I wouldn't want it to be a base mechanic. Like if it was like a little side, like if we had like I would love it if let's say like the branded events. If they made the branded events within the game itself and made it to where you could hop into like a serve, like you could hop into like a different map that was made for like those branded events, and like they could be hosted at different times. That way it'd be an in-game system, and then you get branded from participating in that, right? Which would again be a lot of work. Don't get me wrong, but that's the best case scenario I see for like doing stuff, you know, getting more community engagement, right? Because I know the developers want to do like branded events and stuff like that, but it's kind of hard to organize. What's the difference between Albino Terror and Indomitable King? Albino Terror is Dinosaur Simulator's version of Indominus Rex. Initially it was the original Indominus Rex, and then Albino Terror became like its own thing, and it has its own stats. It's got 1800 health, 170. I think it's 175 damage. Versus Indomitable King is a Mapu skin with only 1.7k HP and like 130 damage. Albino Terror is like actually a separate playable. It's like an actual hybrid within the game. Versus Indomitable King is not. Oh, that's sorry. I'm literally playing as Albino Terror. This skin is for Albino Terror. So you can see the different stats: 170, 1800, 130 damage, 170 damage. I forgot that I was playing as Albino Terror, right, Johnny? I forgot that I was playing as Albino Terror. That's my bad. I'm not looking at the screen right now. I'm kind of just talking and like thinking. I love Reaper Jelly. Reaper Jelly was such a good skin. Yeah, because this thing doesn't look like Albino Terror. What's your favorite skin from the event so far? I don't want to be basic and say Mutadon, because I mean I love Mutadon. Like Mutadon was so cool in the movie. I love Mutadon. Like I think that concept is actually cool. Although I don't like it in DS. It's like I don't know. I honestly have to like look through all the skins because a lot of them are really good. All of them are really great. Honestly, I really do like the Chaos Titanosaur too. Chaos Titanosaur is awesome. You like Mutadon because it's an Ammonitis skin? Yes. Are we gonna pretend like that wasn't gonna be the case? I hope they do good on this year's Halloween event. I don't know how they're gonna do it. They said it's gonna be much simpler, so I could very well see it kind of not being as big as last year's Halloween event. Because they said they were kind of done with the big movie events. Yes, Evanika's stats are horrid. I completely agree with you. Right now, I just don't have the energy to defend Evanikis. I can't do it. Only thing I want from DS right now is a Game Pass Kaiju Spino remodel. Kaiju Spino remodel? Dude, you have Alpha Kaiju Spino. What are you talking about? Current Kaiju Spino is fine. Like, it's its own thing. They need to put, the Kaiju Spino that Enda made, I think it's Final Wars Kaiju Spino, on Oxalia, is what they need to do. Even worse is Classic AV having some of the worst range in the game. I'm not surprised by that. Look, man. The community hates Evanikis, and the devs will tell you that they don't, but they do. They don't like Evanikis. I'm not gonna say who doesn't like it, but there are devs that don't like Evanikis. I love movie Gallimimus. The movie Gallimimus is great, but Gallimimus needs a remodel. That's why I like it. And see, the great thing about this, about being in a roleplay server, I didn't realize this. I need to add it to my DNA thing. Is you can be in just here and deal damage, and it won't count against you. You don't have to do the nests or anything. I've been doing my farming in public servers just so that so that I can get more amber, because I'm pretty sure amber spawns less frequently in these roleplay servers. Honestly, I think a Mecha Godzilla skin for Oxley would be great. It would be pretty cool. It would be pretty cool, but we got to be careful of Toho, because Toho is ready to go if it's too related to it. Indoraptor got climbing animations. I'm not surprised by that. Yeah, and they have 2018. Yes, that is the case. People have 2018 Evanicus PTSD. And so they just want it to be kneecapped till it's... People want Evanicus to have like 1.3k HP. It's already like disgusting enough that Evanicus has less than 1600, and even more disgusting that it has less than 1500. And just like it's ridiculous. And I can't fight people right now on it just because I have so much going on. Otherwise, you know, I would be fighting people to the last of my breath. No. I'm fine with Evanicus not having 1700 health, although that when it had 1735 was when it was most balanced. When it was 1735, 130 damage was when it was as balanced as possible. It fought against the other hybrids, and it was scary to fight against, but it wasn't impossible to kill. But it was definitely still like something worth being scared of. Now Evanicus runs with its tail between its legs at the sight of anything that has like as much HP as it. But I'm fine with Evanicus. I want Evanicus to have 1.6k HP. And Evanicus should not lose to Jelio. At all, in my eyes. It should not. Jelio should be the weakest hybrid. I understand that it's Blameson's hybrid. And I get along with Blameson. Blameson's a really cool developer. And I think he knocked Jelio's concept out of the water. The Think concept is amazingly cool, and I love it. But it should not beat Evanicus. Jelio is an illegitimate hybrid. It's illegitimate. It should not be in the game. However, it is, and I accept that fact that it is. But it should not be better than Evanicus. Evanicus was one of the original three. I think Spino can kill AV now. That's... Yeah, like, look at this. Indoraptor has more health than Evan. Like, 1425 is ridiculous, dude. It's so ridiculous. And mind you, Albino Terror, I think, has like 2 bleed. I could be wrong, but Albino Terror got an extra bleed and didn't lose any health. Like, Albino Terror has how much health it's pretty much always had, which is 1.800. I don't even know if Albino Terror's ever dropped below 1,800. It's hard to play as Evanicus in a public server. Because, I mean, Quetz... I'm pretty sure Quetz can kill an Evanicus. I'm eating this guy's brains. Albino HP back then was like 1830. Exactly. It's like... Albino Terror's always had like around 1800 health. And Evanicus was at 1710, went to 1403, then back up to 1700. It was what was it? 1708, and then it went to 1735, and then it went to 1515, and then it went to 1525, and now it's back to 1425. And it's ridiculous. When Evanicus was released, it had 288 damage. 288 damage, 30 defense, and like it's an uphill battle to fight against people in Evanicus' stats. Like they literally just want no one to play as Evanicus, essentially. They want nobody to play as it. So I get it. 2018 against Evanicus was awful. I played back then, but I also had Evanicus back then. Yeah, but no, Frost, well, Evanicus had 1403 health during, I believe Evanicus had 1403 health during that time. I think that was post Evanicus nerfs. I agree. I think Evanicus should, I don't know if it should necessarily, I don't think it should just outright lose. Like, I think you should have a fighting chance. What's Glass Albino worth? Nothing. Glass Albino is going to be worth the same amount of every other glass. It's not rare like it used to be. I have 4 Glass Albino Terrors. Actually, I might actually have 10. Jungle. This isn't jungle. What in the... Going back in Tallgrass Wilds. See what I mean? These regions are kind of... I need, like, this. This is the Tallgrass region right here. Just this. This is ridiculous. Tallgrass needs to be more than this. All that back there is jungle. This should be like Tallgrass. Like, all this. So I have actually somewhere to walk. Instead of just circles. And I think there needs to be 2 regions right here for the region bonus instead of 1. Yeah, no. Like I said, join my Discord, and there is a lot of resources to help you guys out. I mainly build my Discord around the ability to help out people who are returning, people who have been banned, just players who need information. That my Discord is usually where you go. I try to stay at least somewhat active in the Discord. And Sir Blameson's like active pretty frequently, which I really appreciate from Blameson. And we have some of the UG staff team in my Discord. What is going on here? Did you climb on the Rex? How did you manage that? Huh? Am I, guys, am I seeing things? How is this possible? Did they add something to the game? As much as I like to or tolerate terror, with having such good damage, it shouldn't have that much range. I think that they need to balance like damage, range, and all that kind of stuff, because like terror should not be able to outrange Evanicus so hard that like you literally can't fight. Like you literally can, if someone pulls out a terror, you need to put away AV essentially. And some people are like, oh, just skybox with AV. Not everything can get skyboxed. Yes, there is. My Discord has a bot in it where you can do /price in the bot's channel and type in the item name and it'll give you a price. There is something in my Discord for that. And it's, as far as I know, updated relatively frequently. I think its hitbox counts as a wall, so it can climb down. That's so weird. That's funny. I don't know you could do that. I wonder if it's like DA skins only, because I know it's not going to be anything else. He's having a dance party over there. That's great. Yeah, I'm thinking it's because it's a DA model with blocky. Someone needs to like edit that and clip it where it's like they're dancing around to like music or something. That's funny. You terror nerfed. I don't understand how they choose like what skins get to be good. The wraiths get, what's annoying is the wraiths, as far as I'm aware, are good, even though I feel like they should have been good back when they had the old model. Maybe it's because I'm a hater of the new models. Just the new model's great. It's like a really good thing. It's still just not wraith terror. That's my big gripe with it. Type 1 has crazy range? That's good to know. I'm fine with Type 1 having good range, because Type 1's a cool mini dev. Wraiths have like no range? Really? They were the best skins with the most range for a while. I guess it's back to being Pitch Terror being the best range. Right, they're OP and face tanks? That's weird. Malu has best range? Interesting. Malu and Galactic. Wow. Sounds like I need to do a new Albino Terror Meta Mysteries. Doesn't Indom destroy Malu? Why would Indom be able to destroy Malu? Like, that's a Mapu skin versus an Albino Terra skin. I don't think that it gets destroyed. Even if it had better range. No, no, no. I don't want the old race back because I don't want the old race back. I know why they're gone. I do prefer them though, but I know why they're gone. And I don't want them back. How do I join? I'm just in a roleplay server. Just find like one of the big top roleplay servers and I'm just in there. Like that's just I'm just in a public roleplay server. Indom is good, but I think Indo and Malu are still better. I'm pretty sure that's the case as well. Speaking of, let's go, thief. Okay. Did I spell thief wrong? I did. I have bedtime spelling. Ooh. Actually, I'll look at the new rare skin later. I do think the meteor should stay after the... I'm pretty sure they're going to. I don't think they said that they weren't going to stay. Okay, there is a glass beam. We're good. Yes, meteors should 100% stay after the event, and I'm pretty sure they're going to. I don't think the meteors were made just for the event. I think the meteors were made for engagement and like having another way to get DNA. You know, the meteors are a great change. Most people I talk to who aren't salty about getting something killed by the meteors love the meteors. Yeah, I love them too. I think they're great. I think it was a great addition. And I know it's been Chicken was talking about it beforehand, and I think they were added in a really great way. The only thing is like with new maps, like it would probably take him a while to like add that in. I still want map rot. I think what they need to do is they need to go back through like the most popular maps, and they need to pick, you know, they need to update the coding on each one of them, like the base coding, right? And then like once every 2 or 3 months, swap the map to an updated version of previously enjoyed maps. So like a map I want back. I want Grinnell back. I love Grinnell. Grinnell was where Dino Inc. started. So I want that map back. And I think most people would be totally cool with it as long and you know they could update it to where it's a more updated map. Delete FUDs, add more maps with wide events like meteors. No, floods are great. I like Homelands map, but I hate Homelands. I can't stand Homelands. Homelands is like, I hate that map. We had that map during a really dark time in DS's history, and it's just not a good map in my opinion. But I respect the fact that you like it. I get it. It was like the PvP map for the longest time. I do miss the fall map. The fall map would be another great one to have. I hope Evanicus gets climbing animations at some point. That would be cool. Yeah, Homelands brings solar PTSD. You're absolutely right. I hate Solar Bringer. If I see Solar Bringers, I instantly like I feel like I need to coach that guy just to teach him a lesson not to play that skin ever again. 2018. Okay, if Adrian, if you want 2018 map, you're playing on it right now. This is 2018 map. If you just take a second and look at the map we currently have, this is 2018 map. This map is 2018. You disgust me. You're a disgusting creature. Get away from me. So like, if you remember 2018 map, they had this little cove right here, right? That was in 2018, right? And then there was a big, you know, mountain in the middle, right? And then they had this hill right here, right? Visualize it with me. And they had a bridge over to that. And they had the water over here, and there was a waterfall right here, right? This is 2018 map. This is 2018 map. It's just a newer version of it. This map is 2018. Yeah. So if you want 2018, you're playing on it. It's just more updated and it just looks different. And it's a great map. I like this is a pretty good map. And the trees being changed to this make this map 100 times better. 100 times better. I do not want the old trees back at all. At all. After this event's over, I don't want the old trees back. I don't want these trees even. These trees are ugly. These trees are bad. I hate trees that like look, although I guess these are whatchamacallit trees. The trees are kind of like that. I just like these trees are just better. They're not perfect, but they're better. I'm so sick of the old DS trees. I understand the nostalgia behind them. I totally get it. But we cannot sit here and lie to ourselves and say that those trees were good enough for the game. Especially for the models that are in the game nowadays. These trees are just better. I get the problem why people don't want it buffed. It's basically a hit and run menace, but at the same time, it shouldn't suffer how it's been designed. Yeah, it is kind of a hit and run menace, but at the same time, like, you gotta think about it this way, that Evanicus is like a pursuit predator. And it's, in the past, it had 32 glide speed. It had 1710, 32 glide, and then its health was dropped down, right? So let me bring you back in history. So Evanicus started out 1710, 288 damage. That was terrible, and it was very bad because it also had 32 glide speed, and it was oppressive over everything in the game. It killed everything. And then it got nerfed at 1403 health. And I don't remember exactly what the damage was, but it got nerfed so hard that it was unplayable. And then they buffed it back to 1708, right, and 135 damage, because that's when the damages were changed. And it was doing okay at that time, and then they buffed it to 1735 and 135 damage. And it was doing pretty good. And it was, it was pretty balanced, and most people kind of liked it. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was strong, but it wasn't overpowered. It could go toe-to-toe with Albino Terror and Megabore, but it wouldn't, neither of them would necessarily win, so they kind of just stayed away from each other. And then they nerfed Evanicus' speed down to 28 glide sprint speed, because they were like, well, if it has this much health, it's too powerful to be that fast, right? And then they nerfed its health down to 15. And then after that, after it had, after the speed nerf, then they nerfed its health down to 1510 or 1515. And so not only did it get a speed nerf because of how much health it had, it got an additional health nerf after the speed nerf had already happened. So they nerfed its speed and then its health for the same like reasons, if that makes sense. First it was the speed because it had too much health, and then it was the health because I guess it had too much speed, which didn't make any sense. The reason why AV's sprint speed works is because you're able, by the time you see an Evanicus, you have time to menu. The speed is there to catch up to you, not to necessarily race you, but to catch you. It's not there to be on par, because if it was the same speed as you when you sprinted, it would never catch you. But it's supposed to catch you. That's the point. It's a pursuit predator. But nowadays, you can't face tank as an AV. You'll die. You will die as an Evanicus. But they seem to want it to face tank, and you can't do that. You'll die. And I know balancing is hard, and I'm not holding against the holding it against the development team, and it's not the development team. Let me make that abundantly clear. It's not the development team that does stats. It's the stat team. It's a team of moderators who dedicated themselves to making stats. I understand that stat making is hard. Totally get that. It's a lot of numbers. It's a lot of playables. It's very difficult to keep everybody happy. I get that fact. But Evanicus gets unfairly bullied. Can I make a roleplay server? Yeah, sure. I'll make a roleplay server. I'm just farming at the moment. Default map, roleplay servers, create server. Server type, realism, roleplay. Okay, there we go. Theoretically, Dino Inc. should be up. I don't know if it's going to censor the name, because sometimes it does that. Who's Nene? So, if you guys would like to join my server, now it's up. So now I'm the only one in this roleplay server. Avi is like the middle child of the big three. Yeah, kind of. A little bit. It gets abused pretty bad by the dev team. Or not the dev team, but the stat team. Oh, there we go. We got one person in. Oh my god. AV's literally had every armor possible. 30, 20, 15, 5, 0. Yeah, no. It's ridiculous. Evanicus is always here and there and here and there with its stats. And the reason why I'm not fighting for it right now is just it's so hard to like fight because it's an uphill battle against the entire community with Evanicus stats. I have to fight everybody on it, and I have to argue with everybody about it. And I can't force the stat teams to do anything. Because I'm also kind of like the vocal minority, and I understand that fact. Mega should do 150 damage. I don't know really where Mega's at in terms of, you know, how good it is. Who's friending me on Discord? No. If someone's friending me through the Discord, I don't accept people's friends requests on Discord. I have a messaging bot in the channel, or I have a ticket system to where you can. It's essentially a DM. Mega is the most balanced hybrid. Yeah, if it's the most balanced hybrid, don't touch it. Leave it alone. Megavore usually is the most balanced hybrid. I'm gonna be honest. Albino Terror most of the time is overtuned. Megavore is usually like pretty solid, and where it's at. Evanicus is usually beaten up by the stat team. And Jelio's like the youngest child, where it just gets whatever it wants for no reason. And I'm a hater. I hate Jelio. You need flat ground if you're. Also, this is not a. You guys, this is not where you test range. Silly billies. This is not where you test range. You guys know where to test range at. Hold on. I'm gonna run over there. $135 damage, K 35 damage, K Berry. What are we doing? K Berry has 135? Why? Dude, some of the kaijus are just overtuned. I don't understand that. Like, sometimes the stat team's like, I don't want different skins to have different stats in the base playable. And then they'll turn around and do something like that. And I just, like, I don't understand it. And they're like, it's because it's a kaiju. It's like, that doesn't make sense. Okay, it's over here, somewhere. I forget where it's at on this. Is this the... Wait a minute, this is... Hold on. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to think. Where's the bridge on this map? Is it... Yeah, it is this map. Where is the... I'm trying to remember. Since they changed the map, it's so different from when it used to be. I'm trying to like think in my mind where it would be. It's theoretically the bridge, which is what I would go for, would be like somewhere. We might have to do it honestly in the dock region. Now that I think about it, it might be the dock region. Might be where it's at to go, because I don't remember where it's at. The bridge was like would be over here in the forest. Like after this forest, it'd be like over there. But I remembered that it's no longer there. And I don't know. I'd have to really explore this map again. I don't remember. Okay, dock region is where you'd have to go, because that's where you're gonna find flat ground. Ranging isn't gonna work if you're not on flat ground. Also, I mentioned a rerolling quest, like thing for chicken where it like maybe costs you like 1,000 DNA to reroll a quest or something like that. That way, like it'd still be balanced. So you like reroll, you'd reroll a certain quest, and then depending on which one it was. So like if it was like this one, it would be like 500. This would be 1,000, and this would be like 50 to reroll DNA. And that way, you can do a quest that you would like actually, instead of sitting here. Because me personally, I don't love this spend 10 minutes in a region bonus. I prefer this spend and live for 3 days. Because 3 days is, whilst 3 days is 11 minutes, you get more options. Oh my god, that thing's so ugly. Mean. I'm a little mean, yeah. Okay, but this is where you're gonna have to go for Meta Mysteries right now, because this region actually has 5 grand. You can do this side, or you can do the southwest dock as well. Both of them work. It just has to be flat ground. And this is as flat as the ground's gonna get. Yeah. See? You got all this space right here in the middle. Flat ground. Kill the that Biku. We can't. It's a roleplay server, man. I mean, this thing's got pretty good range. Like, wow. That's, like, ridiculous. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, how is an AB supposed to fight this thing? There we go. Now you hit me. But, like... This thing has 1,600 health, 120 damage. And, like, Evanike is supposed to beat this thing how? I think I hit the AB. Yeah, see, Evanike is... Yeah, I'm hitting Vanera right now. Although it's hitting me too, so on. Look at that! This thing ranges Vanera! This is like 2018 Shant range right here. That's how much range this is. That's incredible. That's too much range. We don't need a pack, it's a roleplay server. Hold on, let me clean this. Chaos T-Rex. Ugh. God dang it. Always getting the same Rex. Hold on, let me see if I can. Also, for that guy who said there should be it should cost you 5 Rexes, look how many Rexes I have. It should not cost you 5 Rexes, okay? That would make no sense. I'm just gonna put up my Spinos in here. My Quets. Because I don't really need Spinos anymore. Incubate. Alright, give me 1 second. Let me go back and let me go to the terminals real quick. I'm gonna do the terminals. And then I'm gonna come back. So I can get my stuff started. Well, the next one that needs to get nerfed is obviously Endoraptor, because Endoraptor is insane. But John, you saw how many Rexes I had, right? That's so easy to get 5 Rexes. How easy it is to just, because at that point it's just completely RNG. Trying to get D-Rex, but even as someone who doesn't have D-Rex, I understand why they're doing it like that. Beef. Yeah, this thing's range is crazy. You got D-Rex in your third? Well, here's hoping I get D-Rex, because this is like my fifth. I know they got another Chaos Rex, though, so. 14 tries on getting D-Rex. Dang. Did I hit you? No, I hit the... Oh, I am hitting somebody. I'm gonna keep on hitting the Malu, though. Oh, I hit you? Dang. You hit me, though. Am I hitting you? I think D-Rex still has better range than Indomitable, or Indoraptor. If you're attacking, when your hand goes out, I think I can hit it. Yeah, when your hand goes out, I can hit it. So if you're sideboxing me, I probably wouldn't be able to hit you. D-Rex is crazy. Faso needs an actual skin, though. Like, D-Rex is a great skin, don't get me wrong, and it'll probably be most used, but Faso needs its own skin. This guy doesn't know how to do you gotta do range testing, man. Okay, let me put down a nest. Now, let me do stream pack, just because that's like my go-to. Somebody stole my color. That's so mean. I'll do black. That's fine. I love Spawn. Spawn was animated by Norsel, and Norsel knocked Spawn out of the water with the animations. Norsel did an amazing job. Dino Inc. loves Norsel. Alright? We love Norsel and Dino Inc. She is a favorite developer. My Jelly ain't even Elder. What? Okay. Let me pull up Vanera. My Vanera is Elder. Why are you biting at me? This is a public this is a roleplay server. Nobody's gonna be hurting anybody. And you already hit me? Okay, are we hitting each other? Okay, so I think we're hitting each other. I think they might have similar range. Okay. So I can, like, I think D-Rex has better range. Yeah, it looks to be the case that D-Rex has better range than Vanera. For now, until they nerf D-Rex. But, like, not by a significant margin. Granted, both Vanera and D-Rex are, like, stupid good. So, if you have Vanera and D-Rex, like, they're good for right now, but they might suck in the future. Let me put on Malu. I don't know how good Malu is. Again, Vanera... So, Vanera already got its nerf? Or did it... Or are you saying it's going to get nerfed? Like, it's planned to get nerfed? Range nerfed already. So, dang, Vanera's still good. That's crazy. What in the world? Throwback Peru? What are you doing? Do you want me to range test Giga? Okay, we can range test Giga. I got you. Okay, there we go. So we got Giga at like 50 meters. Okay, it's not that much. Like, it's barely even anything. But yeah, it's like one step. So, but again, like, I think between Giga and Albino, Albino's gonna win that fight. So, is Apato even any good still? No. That answers my question. I want Apato to be good again. Not like oppressively good, but like good. You know what I mean? Like decently. I think Classic Diplo is probably like the best right now. Something like that. It's getting another nerf? D-Rex should get at max a 3 to 5. I don't know, dude. I mean, I guess since D-Rex is like it's Faso, so it's something different. So I think, yeah, Faso being, like, D-Rex being good is pretty solid. I say let D-Rex be good until Faso gets its own, like, skin. I want Faso to get its own skin. Yeah, wasn't Classic Diplo, like, insane for a while? I don't think so. It might have been Classic. It's yeah, no, that's not it. Also, Albino has enough skins. Stop giving Albino skins. Give Evanicus a galactic skin, and then no more skins for Evanicus. And then give the rest of the skins to the other hybrids. Especially Dolly and Basso, I feel like. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. Stop getting... Spino... Oxalia should have gotten the movie skin. Like the Chaos Spino. Okay, so they have the same range. It seems. About... Maybe? Does the Indomitable King have better range? The Indomitable might be better by a little bit, yeah. By a tiny bit. But I mean, when it comes to fighting the Albino Terror, I really wouldn't use Indomitable King. Click the Dino Info range measurement. Oh, does it tell you? I don't see where it says it. Sorry. That Spino is tweaking. Yeah, you're not. I thought Wraith was the best. I guess it's changed since then. I'll click the plus on the damage. 70. That's the AoE size. That's not the range though. That's the AoE size. I'm fine. Yeah, I mean, it's fine not having those. Hitbox size? Oh, is hitbox size the... That's 13,000. That's the, like... Okay, you were way too close, my friend. Yeah, you stand, like, away, and then we gotta slowly hit each other. Yeah, that's what I expected. That was like 2 or 3 steps. So yeah, Malu seems to be pretty on top of things. Yeah, Evanicus ain't gonna have a chance against this guy. Let's be so real right now. Evanicus ain't gonna have a chance. Yeah. Yeah. And think. 1400 health. This guy has 350 more health than Evanicus. 350 more health in that much more range. And 170 damage, that's 20 more damage. What is Evanicus supposed to do against an Albino Terror? Genuinely, what is he supposed to do? A Vilex. I haven't seen Vilex in a fast second. Vilex used to be stupid good. Oh, there you go. You actually hit me. Yeah, but Vio is not the choice. At least not on face tanking. Yeah, Vio used to be great, but not anymore. Theory. Dude, I want Theory to be, like, almost oppressively good. Theory should always be good in my eyes. Theory and Rex should be, like, 2 of the best things in the game, in my eyes. Just because Theory's supposed to be scary. Okay, got you already? Yeah. You just keep walking until you can hit it. There you go. Okay, well, it wasn't that much. It was like a step or 2, right? Yeah, it was like only 1 step. Yeah, it was only like 1 step. So, Movie Theory's range is actually not... Yeah, Movie Theory's actually pretty good. I don't know if I'd use it against it. Spinosaurus. Go on. I'm gonna need to back up. Okay. See? Still hitting from there. Still hitting from there. Okay, so it seems to be like 3 steps difference. Yeah. I was like, maybe Spawn of Farce is actually secretly good. That would have been funny. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Man, Jelio just, ooh, that's... Like, what are you supposed to do as a Jelio against an albino terror if it can range you that hard? What are you supposed to do? The only thing you can do is pack up in a pack of 2 and outnumber the guy. But at that point, like, instead of using 2 Jelios, use 2 albino terrors. Like... I remember an alien irritator used to be insane. It's now like anything smaller, you just have to use 2 of in order to fight anything. And then most of the time, if people have like you know, the newest, coolest skin that's like the best range, they usually have a clan with them. And then it's like if they outnumber you, or even if they equal your numbers, and let's say you don't have a monitor, you're just toast. Like, yeah, I guess it sucks to be you. We'll have to see this. This is actually kind of crazy. Okay, right here is like, no, you're hitting me. You outranging me? I think you outrange me like a little bit. Yeah, you outrange me like a little tiny bit, which is great, honestly. Like what, by 2 steps? There we go. Yeah, it's by like 2 or 3 steps that you outrange me. So if you're fighting against one of these guys, use Indomitable Thief. Indomitable Thief actually kind of slaps a little bit. What's better, Skila or Jelio? Probably Jelio. 2018. Dude, Eotrike needs a skin so bad. I don't know why Eotrike doesn't have a skin. It's actually ridiculous to me. It makes me mad. Yeah, 2018 is not coming back. I'm sorry. Oh, well, yeah, no. No, you'd lose as Eotrike. Health-wise and just everything. Is Apex good? Like, I know Apex sometimes is good. I don't know if it's still good right now, though. Yeah, that's about what I expect. Yeah, no. There you go. Now you hit me. It's like 3 steps. Not really good, though. Apex got a damage buff. I just like Apex being like not... Apex being like lamb-based is like... It's strange a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. You're still not hitting me? Bro's got actually negative range on that thing. Bro did not even hit me. It's actually crazy work. Can move back. I don't know if Anki would... Well, Anki's kind of tough. Oh, already got you. Nope. Galterra lost that already. Gal... I'm pulling out Firebird, bro. Come on, you know Firebird ain't gonna do anything. Ripper's the best Evanicus skin. You did better than Classic. That's pretty good. Base Trike. Dude, so funny thing, Spawn can actually beat Giga in a face tank. Surprisingly. I beat a Giga with Spawn because it tried to jump me and I beat the crap out of it. So Spawn's actually pretty solid, surprisingly. Which I'm happy about. Spawn, I think Spawn should be good. Spawn's great. I love Spawn. Where are you getting this number 52 from? I don't understand. Because it's not... You said it's hitbox size, but the hitbox size says 13k. Where are you getting these numbers from? Yes, the best non-AFK way is daily missions. Correct. You're right. Oh my god. Brought out crossover barrow. Those are separate numbers? Oh, those are separate numbers. What do you mean? 13, 24, 67? Oh! Okay, so 67 is... Okay, so it's the last one. Height, width, and depth. Okay, so a higher number on here theoretically means that it has better range. Okay, I see. Interesting. I'll keep that in mind. You might need to move out the way, Gab, so I can hit spawn. Okay. Did you actually hit me? The spawn outranged... Excuse me? Spawn seems to range terror. Dude, I know Spawn beats Giga, because I've beaten Gigas with Spawn. That's actually kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. So Spawn's at least on like par with Albino or with Monarch's range. So if they're not using Monarch, if they're using the other one of the other Albino skins, like, well, I mean, I beat a Giga face tank with Spawn, so Spawn can actually hold its own a little bit. You were way too close, man. Whoa. You actually hit me. Did you actually... Wait, hit me again? Crossover barrel ranges? By how much? By like two, like, relatively decently large steps. So there you guys go. There's another counter to it. Crossover barrel. You got Spawn and Crossover barrel are currently good contenders. I think we tested D-Rex, but we can test it again. Here, let me back up a little bit. Okay. I'm still hitting you, so I need to back... Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, I don't think Spawn... Spawn's still got, like, decent range, and Spawn's pretty tanky and whatnot, but, like... I'm pretty sure Huntsman is, like, the better of the skins, range-wise. I think Spawn's more... Or, not Spawn, sorry. D1 is more... Type 1 is more of a face tank, if you can face tank with it. Harvest is trash? Dang. What did they do to my boy, Chimera Arachne? Yeah, you just lose against Terror. Honestly, with Chimera. Is base Mapu good? Any good? I don't actually know. Yeah, you're not going to win this fight. Classic Pitch Black Terror V3 is just not what it used to be. Sorrow time? No, Type 1's got good stats, don't get me wrong, but it's like, it's more of like a... His waist fall down needs to be studied. It happened so abruptly. Like, it wasn't always like... It was pretty good for a long time, and then they just, like, kneecapped it for some reason. Okay, well, Sorrow doesn't win. Alright, that's base Giga. Krauk? Bro brought out Krauk. I know Tyrannotitan has good range. I know Tyranno does. Tyranno's actually pretty scary when it comes to range. Are we tying on this range? With I think like Mapu is like a little bit worse than yeah. Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 steps for Aloe. I wouldn't even fight it with Aloe. It'd be cool if Croc was good, but it's probably not. Yeah, no, Croc sucks. Crossover Barrow, though, apparently that was actually pretty good. Oh, it's 1 step. Wasn't bad. Last time I checked, Tyrannotitan was pretty good. Move your fat head, Croc. I'm actually curious about this one because I've used Tyrannotitan in wars and it seems to do pretty good. Okay, so... Well, that's like 1 small step. So, you would kind of trade with the Albino Terror. But if you can outdo it, you might actually be able to win. Yeah, Reaper Jelly is terrible. Let me just tell you that right now. I promise you. Reaper Jelly has never been good. I love Reaper Jelly, but it's never been good. Yeah, Throwback is the best Jelly skin, I think. Yeah, no. Shant was not going to win that. Shant will never come back to its former glory days, which kind of sucks, but I get it. That Alameda skin, I feel like wouldn't Berserk be the best? Dang. Yeah. I would leave your classic Rexes at home. It doesn't seem like they're going to be doing much. Headless got reverted. Yeah, they took away the stats from it. It didn't need to have those weird stats, honestly. What they need to do with Headless is make it to where the scythe doesn't appear out of the ground, like when you're walking, because that's like the most annoying thing to me is being able to see the scythe in the ground. See, the thing about the Moses is you don't want to bite them with your face. You want to turn around and AoE them with your tail. That's what you want to do, because your tail has so much more range than you do. Like, look at that. You see that? That's gonna help you a lot more. What you do is you stick your tail up in the air, and then you wait for them to get close, and then swing your tail down and AoE them. That's how you use Moza, the movie Moza. That's how you're gonna mess them up. Yeah. Thing about Spinosaurus is you want to use Kaiju Spinosaurus because it has 200 damage. You hit somebody twice, so you do a bite and an AoE with Kaiju Spinosaurus. That's 400 damage just right off the bat, right off the gate. Who is this guy who keeps bringing out aquatics? Okay, I actually need to eat food. Hold on. Let me find some food. I gotta go find food. See a berry right there. Serrato, yeah, Serrato's tiny. My hunger's at half. It'll be good enough. I see Galbaro. I see it's just shadow of its tail. They did talk about galactic stuff because I know people have been asking about a galactic event part 2, and Blamison was like, no. He's like, it's not gonna be an event. He's like, egg maybe, but event no. And I was like, that's fair. I would take an egg. Genuinely, I would take a second galactic egg. I would. And if y'all would also take a galactic egg, you should let them know that. Oh my god. Okay. Spino, you're gonna have to move out the way. So, wow, surprising you're actually hitting me. Dang, really? Oh, I can't tell if I'm hitting you or the spine. Does Movie Bracky have range back? Are you guys seeing this? Movie Bracky might actually be good. I'm actually, like, happy about that. That's awesome that Movie Bracky's good. Wow, that's awesome. So Movie Bracky is like, actually, I think it's a little bit better than Matriarch. Matriarch stinks, bro. Matriarch is like the best Albino Terror skin at the moment. What are you talking about? I was about to be like, I would actually be shocked if Deep Sea was actually any good. It actually was meta for a little while there, and then it went off meta again. You love Deep Sea? You are the first person I think I've ever met that loves Deep Sea. What is that? Throwback Suchomimus? What an interesting pick. I didn't even know what that was when I saw that. I don't think I've ever seen somebody use Throwback Suchomimus. It's time to bring out your worst nightmare. Oh god. What would be my worst nightmare? Oh god. Evil. Evil skin. I know, is it Farah or is it Corey that's like insane? I think Corey's actually kind of crazy. Okay, it's definitely not Para. Somebody should get out Corey, because Corey is, like, insane from what I remember. Anytime I see Corey's, like, I get scared, because like, Corey's usually good. At least one of, like, the Sorolophans, like, are always, like, good. I don't know if that's the correct terminology. Yes, I hate Solarbringer. Keep that thing in the dungeon where it belongs. Solarbringer is not the best. Veneer is the best, and it should stay that way. So let's see Corey. Here, I'll move back a little bit, make it easier on you. Okay. It seems like you hit me a little bit there, but like I think Monarch still has, well, it's like almost equal. It depends on where the head of Monarch is. It's like almost on par though. So yeah. Corey does work against it, but you just have to be good at Corey. What is that? Throwback Shant. Bro, why did we need a throwback Shant? Genuinely, the throwback event was like not great. Aeronautus. Interesting. Yeah, I figured, yeah. This thing will never be good. It was good for a little while, and then they nerfed it. You love throwbacks? Really? That's interesting. I hate throwbacks. I think they're terrible. That poor throwback Corey got no chance. Base Corey's good, though. Oh my gosh. Classic Sarnops is... Oh my god. It's like staring at me with its eyes. Right there. I miss Dark Lord Sarnops. Like, the one that was based on this model that had Dark Lord. That thing had such good animations. Purosaurus. Ooh! Wow, that is better than I expected. Yeah. Seems like D-Rex has the best range. Then it goes Venera. Then it goes Matriarch. That's like the top rangers right now. Evidicus ain't even in the top 300. I can promise you that. Gold Lily Sorolopus. I forgot that thing. Blame's worst nightmare. Chronosaurus. Who am I fighting here? Okay, so wait, is KG like actually good? Wait a minute. Wow, KG might actually be good. Hold on, let me. Yeah, KG's like better by like what, 2 steps? Because once you put your head down, and if I bite you when your head's down, then I can hit you from farther away. But if you don't put your head down, I can't hit you. So KG actually works against Monarch. Matriarch. Who did I just hit? Dang. I think I hit you from farther away. Well. Okay. Yeah, no. Pitch Terror is a great alternative, but Matriarch's better. This Chrono's gonna like die outside the water. No, you see, Chrono's job is just to hop out you in the water. You're not gonna... Chrono's not gonna do anything crazy. Chrono's the throwback Jelio victim? That's... Yeah, I think Chrono's more of just a face tank kind of creature. Now, Mayhem Excavator actually has potential, I think. Mayhem Excavator's been good in the past. Is Chaos Spinal on par with Matriarch? What? Hold on, bite me. It's like, I think it's just like a little bit worse than Matriarch. Chaos Spinal's a tiny bit, wow. That's actually surprising. Yeah, it's got good range for its size. Okay, yeah, wow. That's surprising. Peak Spino. I would be shocked if Peak Spino. Peak needs a remodel. Like, bad, honestly. There was one person in the UG Discord that was one of my subscribers who was like, wanted Peak Spino remodel so badly, and Christmas event came and it never came. And I'm so sad. It was supposed to. Inverted Dolly. What an interesting choice. Is Inverted Dolly like especially good or something? It looks better than it did a while ago, because it looked terrible when it first came out as inverted. Yeah, Dolly ain't winning any fights, honestly. We love Delico Malosaurus. This is a Delico Malosaurus friendly household, though. Let me just tell you that right now. We love Delico. They were talking about doing like new stuff with some of the creatures though. Like people really want them to like change up the combat a little bit. And I could see for like stegosaurids or something like that having like reflective damage. So goodbye whoever that pink text is. I don't know who that is or who's leaving. Yeah, movie spawn of forest. I'm pretty sure we tested movie spawn of forest. Movie spawn of forest and gets slapped. Silly. What is that animation? Oh, Ripper. Oh, Ripper. You don't have to embarrass yourself, Ripper. We already know. We already know. We know where this is going. It makes me sad, but we know. Yeah. Corrupted Dino's not gonna win. You're definitely not gonna win. It'd be nice. Although, for a change of pace, I'd want it to be a different AV skin. Well, that's better than the other AV skins. It's still not great, though. You're not... Like, if I see Matrix, I'm not going to pull out AV to fight it. I'm not going to fight anything with AV, honestly. I tried to fight, like, an Indomitable King one time, and I lost. Pre-Bibapus is interesting. No, yeah, AV's fun to, like, fly as, but beyond that, like, you can't defend yourself against, like, anything. Which really sucks. Damn! Mayhem Exec actually kind of slaps, though. You see that? They're almost on par with... I think... Yeah. Well, no, there you go. Yeah, it's like... It's a little bit, like, worse. What is that? Throwback Argent? Is Throwback Argent, like, goated or something? Yeah, you're still not... There you go. You finally hit me. That's my alt count in a public, and it did not get any DNA. So weird. Yeah, I mean, it works. But again, Matriarch just is, like, oppressive against, like, literally everything. Matriarch and Galactic are the best skins. And, well, Matriarch's better than Galactic, actually. And D-Rex is better than Matriarch, and I think Vanera ties with it. I think that's what we figured out. And Evan Icus doesn't even have a skin that can compete with either of them. And Indomitable Thief can kind of fight with Matriarch, and so can Chaos Spino. Wait, did you... Wait. Movie Stego? Wow. That's crazy. Movie Stego beats Matriarch in range. So Movie Stego might be a choice. Movie Stego might actually be a choice. They don't want to do big events anymore. That's why, Johnny. They just don't want... Big events are just too much. You're still not getting Movie Stego? I mean, fair enough, I guess. I have Movie Stego. It wasn't that expensive. I don't understand why Chaos Spino isn't on Oxalia, dude. I actually don't get that. Classic Kark? Yeah, no, you're not gonna... you're not gonna get anywhere with that thing. They don't like classics being good. Classics are terrible. Spawnosaurus has too many skins. I hate Spawnosaurus. No, I don't hate it, but it's like, it's behind Jelio in my disliked list. Oh, bruh. Singularity. Wow. Okay, Singularity beats Monarch. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Wow. Okay. So we got a few interesting contenders for what beats Matriarch. If you need to beat a Matriarch, Singular Forest actually beats Matriarch in range. I can't tell when these guys are biting. Classic Megabore V2. Yeah. I'm not sure Mega V2 is going to do that much. I think my alt count might just be broken. Let's mess with that later. No way Albino beats this. No way. Okay, let's see. Claim? Ah! Oh my gosh. I gotta get D-Rex. Okay. I think we've gotten a good amount of testing done. We know kind of what beats Matriarch. We kind of get that. So, the gist of it is kind of, so, current moment, it's Spinosaurus, but not any. It's Singular Spharus. We have Thief. Thief beats it. Right? Thief beats it. Venera is I think, ties with it at the moment. So, Venera is also pretty good against it. And D-Rex. Alright, Distortus King. D-Rex beats it. So, if you're getting annoyed by having to fight the stupid, evil, stupid dum-dum, then you know what to use. Honestly, I need to get D-Rex, and I need to farm and get D-Rex. So I'm still probably gonna farm, honestly. That was like the whole point of the stream, but we got sidetracked, and I mean, yeah, I need to like actually go in my own server and test if like old Evanicus stats would beat current Evanicus, or if old Evanicus like because the balance team and people like to argue that 4 bleed is like it makes current Evanicus better than old Evanicus, and I don't know if I agree with that statement. And you need to put it to the test at some point, because people like to say things that aren't true, and it makes me mad because they justify it, and then people are like, oh well, okay, but I don't really want them to justify it and not test it. Oh yeah, and Chaos Spino. Yeah, you're right. Chaos Spino also beat. Are you planning on making videos? If not, when do you usually stream? I want to make more videos. It's just editing is a lot of work, and life. I mentioned in my Discord, life's kind of kicking me in the butt right now a little bit, so I haven't had the ability to make videos. But I try to stream every time an update drops if I can manage it. So whenever it should be like either every Friday, depending on if they continue doing every Friday, or just like in general when the game updates. You can usually expect me to stream, and you know I'm super friendly, and I'm in the Discord. If you need to get a hold of me for questions or anything like that, I'm in my Discord, which is in the description right now, and you can join the Discord, and you can ping me at pretty much any time, and I'll get back to your ping eventually, as long as you're not rude to me. So I'm not gonna treat you guys like you guys are below me, right? I'm simply just a player like everybody else, right? And Sir Blameson's in the Discord, and he's super helpful and is super great about answering questions. Just be nice to him and don't overping him. Um, he's usually pretty friendly. You know, if you have any suggestions, put them in the QOL changes. Because Chicken's been asking for those, and I might make a video soon. If you guys give me enough QOL changes, if you don't know what that means, it's quality of life. So, like, new quest missions, right? New systems within the game, stuff like that. That doesn't mean changing stats. Stats is not quality of life changes. Like, actually general gameplay stuff, like the meteors, that was a quality of life for DNA. Stuff like that. So if you guys have quality of life changes that you think that would benefit DS like a lot, there is a part of my Discord called DS Suggestions. It's like a little chat board, and I put a quality of life changes thing in there for you guys to submit your ideas. Because I would like more. You've been on Discord since 2 months. You just don't go on there very often. Yeah, that's fair. My Discord's there if you need it, but if you don't go on it very much, whenever I stream, I always answer chatters, and if you're in here frequently enough, I will remember your name. I am not unfriendly, so if you see me streaming, feel free to watch. You know, I would appreciate if you guys did subscribe. I don't post content as much as I need to, or as much as I used to, but I'm gonna at some point try to get back on it a little bit. You like the trade update? I think it's got potential to be good. The update with adding DNA makes it to where it's a lot easier for new players to actually get into the trading. What happens if someone ruins the counting streak on Discord? I find them. I hunt you down and I find you in real life. So don't mess up the counting. Anyways, yeah, the DNA changes have like a lot of potential to be great. Actually, let me just go to trading. Because I need to like get like an idea of what all people are doing. Let's see. Let's go 44. Okay. I don't have my DNA or my SDNA hidden in here because I just don't need to. Or am I? Yeah. No, it's hidden for now until I load in. And once I'm loaded in, I'll have it shown. Because I only have like 4K SDNA. Yeah, 5K SDNA, but still. Wraith Terror, D-Rex. People are looking for D-Rex. Trading D-Rex Bonofaris. And 200k DNA. Oh my god, get off me, you freaks. I do have a few extra movie skins. If you guys need extra movie skins, I have a few. Like, I have Chaos Rex, Movie Rex. I have a few movie Pteranodons. I have a few extra things that I don't mind giving away. People need them. Looking for droid. That'll come with me. Okay. Are you gonna do the button thing where it blows up? I was there when it was made. I hope you understand that. Yeah. Yeah. I was there when Chicken did that. Also, if you guys don't know, you can do type LF looking for albino terror, and it'll show up with whatever you want. LF Evanicus. And it'll pop up with what you want. Lucas the kitty gator, that's funny. People have been putting Devasaurs in there. I wonder if you can... Can you do... No, it doesn't do that? No, I tried. If you're looking for friends, it's not going to help you. Yeah, the trade update's pretty interesting. I only have 10k DNA. Most people have their stuff hidden, though, which kind of sucks. So most people are just going to lie about how much DNA they have. Dang, people have 10,000 SDNA? 12,000 SDNA? I thought I was rich. AFK sending trades. I think this thing's pretty good. Chicken did mention maybe setting up, like, allowing people to set up shops, which would be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind being able to set up a shop. Like, you know, maybe I could be like, oh, selling glasses for X amount, and then I just like throw up all my glass skins, and it's like X amount of DNA for a glass skin, and you just get a glass skin from it. And that way, it'd be like kind of a passive way to generate DNA after grinding out for glass skins all day. And what you could do is you could farm out on one account, and then give all the skins to the other account, and then just continue farming and leave the account with skins in the server. But I feel like DS trading is like a little bit more vibrant than it usually is. There's a little bit more people now that you can trade DNA. I do need D-Rex. I need to find somebody who'll give me D-Rex for like $5. No, I'm just kidding. Like 5 DNA. D-Rex is like half a hybrid, I think, right now. It's actually pretty expensive. But I've been farming all day. I think I'm tired of farming. Let's see. And he finally added a search bar, which is great. Because I can't tell you how many times I've been going through people's inventories and I can't find stuff. Oh, this guy's got a Dinosaur Rex. I'm gonna send this guy a horrible trade. Let's see. I have a Chaos Rex. A Movie Rex. Cozy Cabin. Yeah. I'm just gonna fill it with like all the most random skins I have. And Charnabus. And 10,000 DNA? Yeah. Who sent me a trade? No. I don't want your handouts. I see people trading hybrids for 1 million DNA. Yeah, I do see that. Into Malco coming to trading. I don't know. They said that they were up in the air about it. But they probably will at the end. Yeah, at the end of the event. Because they don't want people just getting a bunch of them. But I mean, it's gonna happen anyways. This person say, if I get an extra D-Rex, I can give it to you. If you want to. I'm not gonna force anybody to do that. Offering 10,000 DNA? No, don't give me that. Only if you want to. I will never force anybody to give me anything. You gotta remember that D-Rex also has value, so by the end of the event, it'll be awesome. Or you can buy my movie skin, please. Your movie skin? I don't... What movie? Your movie Spino? I have movie Spino. I don't need movie Spino. I already have movie Spino. I don't even know how much stuff that's worth in DNA. We need to, like, figure it out. So, everyone's trading the hybrids for 1 million DNA. But it's, like, about the average. And their value is about 100 in value. What is value? What is, like, the base value? I don't know what the bottom value is. I don't know what it's based off of. But, so if D-Rex is half, so 500k would be about how much DNA would be worth a D-Rex. You see what's happening after people use the bell in the pizzeria? Yeah, you blow up. No, yeah, I don't disagree that D-Rex will probably rise in a lot of value. Thoughts on Jurassic Blocky? Jurassic Blocky is a game. I've played it before. I'm not really a fan of the combat, and I'm not really a fan of the models. But they have a talented dev team behind them, and I have nothing bad to say about their game whatsoever. It's a solid game. It's just not my kind of game. But it's solid. D-Rex value is 65. I used to sit in trading all day long. I might have to make a new trading video after I figure out trading. I think I gotta decline my trade for the spawn for the thing because my stuff is not worthwhile. There's a lot of new skins though. Like this, like half of this stuff is like that's. Most of this guy's inventory is just 2024 stuff. I don't like the trading community that much. No, the trading community is not very friendly. Why are you trying to give me money? What did he say? I see 990k DNA and then 1.1 million DNA. They kind of stink. Yeah, no, the trading community is pretty terrible. 69 DNA? Sure, you can have it. I don't really need it. I already have a Chaos Rex. As long as I have one of everything, I don't really care that much about my stuff. I don't have one of everything, but I have one of most things. What in the... Also plushies. Yeah, that's the only problem is trading's pretty mundane. What they should do is they should have like an obby in here that you can do, like around the edges or something, where you can just like get DNA. You can farm DNA while you're here just in trading. Like there's just an obby that you can do for like 100 DNA and like, or something like that. Some like small amount of DNA where it's like you can just like do it while you're trading. Just so you're not just sitting here AFK all day. That's what half trading is. You want my Chernobus for 5,000 DNA? This guy. What is Chernobus even worth? Well, let me check. It's not even 1.75, dude. That's terrible. Thing has got no value. So, but that gives me like a base. So these guys would be worth, if, okay, so if Megavore is 100, right? And it's like 1,000,000 DNA, right? So it'd be like 1,000,000 divided by 100 would be about the value. So 10,000 DNA is how much 1 is. 1 is 10,000 DNA. About. It's about the value. So whenever you go in there, yeah, values. So technically this is underpay for this. Technically. But I'll give it to you anyways. Because I don't need it. I have extra. I already have one. So you can just have it. It's fine. I can pay 10K if you want to. Like I said, I have extras of things. I don't mind giving you guys stuff. If it helps you guys. Grayscale. What are grayscales worth? They're not even worth like anything, are they? It's not even going to give me the option to do anything besides, like, the base. Yeah, grayscales aren't worth, like, anything. Yeah, these things aren't worth anything. Yeah, you can have it. What? Okay. I guess that's paying for the other half of Chernobus. Okay. Sure. What is this? 2 griffins, throwback dolly. Sure. Go for it. Knock yourself out. I'll get the extra stuff if I need it. I need more DNA. Let me pull up my alt count. See if my alt has... My alt was supposed to get DNA, but I don't know if it did. I left it on barrel farming for like a few days. So how did I lose? Did that get rid of all my Olympic skins? All the rest of them, pretty much. No, I still have 1 griffin left, and a few of these guys. Most of them, but is alt farming allowed? Yeah, they're not gonna. They don't care. They're not gonna stop you. If I'm talking about alt, mind you, I'm like a I'm like an endorsed content creator by Unhatched Games, like officially. Like I work in tandem with them. I talked to Chicken, I've talked to the development team before. Most if I'm gonna follow the rules, so pretty much anything I say, more likely than not, is allowed. The only thing that's not technically allowed is a price list, but it's uh it's in my own Discord, so they don't care. Alt farming is allowed. Adrian, it is. So I can have like 5 accounts AFK. Yeah, you can. Like, there's not really anything they can do to stop you. Like, at the end of the day, it's not really that big of a deal. If you want to spend all that time doing all that, having all those alt accounts, you can do it. But, you know, I do it with one account, and I alt farm the events. So like this event for say, like a smart thing would to do with an event like this, you can't get extras like Indomitable, Thief, and whatnot. It would be to farm out to get extras of those things. Would be the smart thing to do. Farm out and get extras of everything that you can. So, yes, you can alt farm, don't worry. Let me trade requests. 20,000 DNA. What is Cozy Cabin worth? Cozy Cabin Argentinosaurus. Worth 10. So technically, so one value is 10, right? So technically, that's an underpay of quite a lot, actually. That's an underpay of at least 8 value, which would be 80k. Apparently, that's worth 100k right there. If I'm doing the math correctly. Should I keep grinding for D-Rex? Yeah, I would. Okay. I'm done giving my skins. I need something for trading. You guys have already taken enough off of me. Alright. I think that's enough farming for today. For the most part, who's sending me what? Blackodile. Ooh. Ooh. How much is Blackodile worth? Probably not anything right now. Eight. So that'd be 80k worthwhile. That's how much it would be worth, is 80k. Interesting. That's less than how much it costs to buy this thing, by the way. So technically, like, because it used to be worth it used to be 133k. Going to farm for DNA now. I'll be back next stream if I can. Goodbye. Crossover spawn. Isn't it crossover spawn now? That thing's easy to get. Yeah, I mean, that's sure. Go for it. Knock yourself out. I already have one, and it's not going to be worth anything more than that anyways. Okay. How much DNA do I actually have on this account? 700 days on my... Really? It really only gave me... Wow. It didn't... I farmed on my alt account, and I didn't get any DNA from it. That's so strange. That's messed up. Thank you, DS. I farmed my alt and got no DNA. It's crazy work. Throwbacks. I don't like throwbacks. Throwbacks are terrible. 15k? No. It's technically worth 80k, friend. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much everything, like, that I'm doing for today. All the farming. That was a lot of farming. I've been at farming since I got home. And I might stream again sometime another day. But you guys know the best farming method. Rewatch my farming video if you don't, because it's still accurate. I might make a trading video, might make some Meta Mysteries episodes, might cut this up and throw it out there, the stream out with all this testing we did. But anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in to stream, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!